Next year, politicians will be seeking to represent you in Parliament. They will launch vigorous campaigns to convince and cajole you to vote for them. They will put every effort into ensuring you believe their message and spend sleepless nights crisscrossing the countries, the constituencies in a bid to get your vote. If they have to get you on time to sell their campaign messages, they will spare no effort to be punctual. But for many of them, punctuality ends after they are elected. And that leads me to the issue at hand today, absenteeism in Parliament. It's been a constant feature of our legislature over the last 15 years at least. We have correspondence in Parliament, we have visuals from the House. Sometimes the Chamber of Parliament is virtually empty. In fact, sometime last year, only 4 MPs, 4, were in the chamber when the Speaker walked in. At 10:15 a.m. on Thursday, 21st March, only 15 MPs were seated. Lateness has become the new norm in Parliament. But each time it happens, the Speaker fumes, and that ends it.
We will have an appointment with the good people of Ghana, particularly the young ones who come to listen to their parliament. I will pray that we take this obligation seriously. If we take our nation seriously, we should take this obligation seriously. Because it's by the combined effort of all of us doing our bit that it can be progress and development in this country. This is a very important imperative. And please tell police we need to do our duty at the plenary before anything else. Honourable members, please take note.
Now, successive speakers of Parliament have complained about lateness and absenteeism, but what we've not seen is punishment by the strict interpretation and application of Article 97(1)(c) of the 1992 Constitution. They should have lost their jobs by now. Well, according to the Constitution, if an MP misses Parliament for 15 continuous sitting days, they would have to vacate the seat. Well, last year, civil society group Editorial conducted research which showed that as many as 54 MPs had crossed the threshold of absenteeism without permission. 34 MPs were identified in the research as having been chronically absent. The Editorial research says in 2017, absentee MPs cost the nation 1.4 million cedis. To be fair, some of these MPs double as ministers and deputy ministers. And according to the Vice Chairman of the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee of Parliament, Alexander Aban, MPs are often preoccupied with other activities.
You have to look at the process, the people that we take to Parliament. You see, it appears to me that in Ghana we don't have career politicians properly so-called, right? We seem to have businessmen, people who are doing some business and other things. Probably they get to a certain point and coming to Parliament becomes one of the many steps for self-actualization and not necessarily coming to do the work.
But why go to Parliament if you will not show up? Well, the people who elected you are becoming fed up with this attitude.
Oh, they have to suspend them. They have to take drastic action because we are paying them. We are paying them. The taxpayers' money they are being using to pay them. So if they absent themselves, they have to sanction them. Leadership by example.
But I can't vote for you, and I want you to go and bring a feedback, and then you sit in the house.
Well, what is clear is that this problem has persisted because the leadership of the House has failed to act. Last year, Speaker of Parliament Michael Quay threatened to name and shame the truant MPs. That is yet to be done. But by failing to do so, what we are doing is institutionalizing the truancy. Mr. Speaker, what we need is sanctions. What we need is naming and shaming. Because clearly, cautioning and admonishing such recalcitrant MPs is not working. We need to sit up.